everything. But content is still the king. Have something to say, which is the biggest part of the appeal. Say it well, say it quickly, don't keep on repeating. Keep it short, simple and crisp. Keep the pages light, do not clutter. Simple, 4 or 5 pages maximum. And if you are doing it for the first time, just write 1 page appeal. And preparing a proposal, discuss with your stakeholders, whoever is amongst your team, and also try to understand the mindsets of the donors, and prepare a concept note. Putting in writing gives clarity, because sometimes what is there in our mind may not get translated into the proposal that we want to make. So start writing, then there is more clarity. I'll share with you some of those things. Write the proposal, review, refine, finalize, and also there is a partner profile which some organizations will keep asking for it. Yes, link. They will ask you to share the things. This is also available. They will ask the entire history, just like how right from the horoscope till the end, how we do the matchmaking, they will ask everything. Yes.
Also, we'll be giving lots of samples of different successful project documents that you can, from various sides, that you can also use and many other resources. Plus, one of the roles of the CCC is to help you in refining those proposals. So in our team, we're ready to receive them from you, go through them, give you suggestions on how to do it.
Yeah. So content, have something to say it well. I think we saw that. Preparing a proposal. I think there is one important concept called concept note, which we will be seeing it subsequently. Because what is there in your mind has to get exhibited. So have a project checklist. Yeah, this is one sample of a project. This is fine. So what is organic farming? Then why it is important to practice organic farming? Then who is doing it? And how it is being done, and what is the impact. You have to make things clear. Concept means what is there in your mind gets translated into a 1-page summary document, and once you send it along with the introduction, it gets the attention of the people. And yeah, this is for the animal care. Don't use the word cow protection. It has limitations. What if there are goats and other things to protect, and give it to the community in whatever way that is? Yes, definitely our goal internally is cow protection. Then green building technology. Say these are all things prepared for GEV actually. Yeah. Water conservation. So these things we can share. Project checklist. First one. So they will start asking what is the name of the organization, nature of the organization, address, PAN number, charity commissioner or the registration. These are all some of the requirements, and is the form of the capital expenditure or towards the corpus or for running a particular program or activity. All those things. The moment you start listing it for your own self, then you can start carrying those documents wherever. You can have a bunch with you, carry those bunch. Then, one second. Log frame. This is...
We covered a bit of log frame. Well, we covered program logic.
Okay.
We didn't get so far as a log. We explained what a log frame is.
Yeah.
but we didn't actually get into doing it.
Most of the corporates, when you are presenting, they don't have time to go through all your projects. So log frame is logical framework. Whatever is the logic, that is you can, it has project description, performance indicators, what are all the
Get it over here.
It's okay, if it is there I can see and describe it to them. Anyway, you will be sharing the samples. Project description, what is the objective of this particular project? Here we are talking of avoidable blindness. Just to give you how the homework has to be done, in Maharashtra, we are closer to Mumbai. Thane and Palghar districts have got avoidable blindness. 65,000 people go blind every year. Out of that, only 35 to 40,000 patients are getting treated. 25,000 is the gap every year. So you are talking of what is the objective? Reduction of avoidable blindness, early detection and treatment for cancer. If you are talking about cancer, have a separate framework. Yeah.
Then the indicators, performance indicators, monitoring mechanisms and assumptions. So as I said, this is, you'll be getting a lot of material on how to do log frames. They're great tools. And as Prabhu has also mentioned, many of the corporates will actually want to see this. They want to see that you've done
May I
it.
ask something very connected to this?
Yes.
Yeah.
It appears that a lot of documentation that if you're approaching them as a trust, that is one thing, like Chaitanya or something. But a lot of us will be approaching as ISKCON.
Yeah.
So could there be some, no, my question is, ready, if there could be some readily filled up formats with all the ISKCON information so that we don't have to go running for those.
Yeah, as far as the documentation of ISKCON, yes, that's something. In our yesterday's session, we mentioned there was one section we talked about documents. So yes, you're going to need documents. You're going to need this filled up format. This will be supplied by CCC, but only under agreement. Okay? First, you have to be approved. We're not going to give you license, free. Training, which you're getting done here, some agreements, approved projects, then support with these documents and everything you need.
See, there are 3-4 factors they look into. What is the immediate impact or the purpose to be realized by this project? What are all the indicators? All those things will get, okay, this is the project that I have taken up. I will be going to say, for example, prison preaching, but you will say that prison modification or whatever the terminology. Try to avoid as much, keep it little away from the spiritual terms that we use. Because we have to get into the groove that is appealing to them. And indicators showing to the extent to which the project purpose has been achieved so far, how many prison visits we have made, how many have been transformed, what is the impact, some prisoners who have come out of the prison, have they been employed. And so the main important thing is storytelling. The more you tell the stories, the more the things get churned out. Yes, brother. Yeah. Then how to approach corporates. I have already put certain things in our determine the target audience, research companies with strong presence within your community. Somebody who is doing a project somewhere in Nadia may not be able to help the project here. And I cannot approach the companies for Barsana sitting in Mumbai. So look into and focus on large companies, local businesses and small and medium enterprises. Make sure you are going after the right corporate sponsor category. If it's cow protection, we are probably not going to approach brands like Reliance. And as a kind of ethical thing, we will not be approaching as a hospital pharmaceutical industry, because they ask you to prescribe medicines and then they help you to get funding also. No, we are not. and we cannot approach liquor companies. You know, this is a code of etiquette that we have. So accordingly we can decide. Yes. Approach corporations and their communications agencies and find out more about their interests. What is their interest, and then do the matchmaking whether it is falling within our category or not. Yeah. And most important in corporate funding is they want to have visibility. Are you able to provide the visibility by way of banners? Are you able to make the visibility when you are coming out with some kind of... What I did in the case of Barsana was I made the press and media people speak. I recorded that and I gave a copy to them only. And anybody would like to see their own things on the video. And when I approached for 35AC tax exemption, I submitted the CD to the government authorities. Was I am not talking about myself. There are the people who are the local, what you call press and media is talking about us. So then they will have to accept you. So put their name, give them the due credit. Automatically things will progress in corporate funding. Yes. Provide recognition for the corporate's contribution wherever there is publicity, wherever there is any news article that can come in. Keep on doing small news articles, and we are good at it. Anyway, you have to invite them to the temple, give them nice prasad. Automatically they will start writing about you. There were some incidents that happened in Delhi, and the press reporter from from Vrindavan is calling me, "Sir, this is going to the press. I just want to verify with you." I said, "Boss, hold on. I'll connect you to the Vrindavan temple, ask them to get the exact details, because once it is published, you will have to do the counter. Why not you do the damage control much earlier?" So good public relations with the press and media is important. And for Barsana, the team from Mathura Doordarshan, they spent their own money and covered the event. We are not even spending any money for that. Yes.
This one? Yeah.
That's also.
This one?
So, how to approach high net worth individuals, that is also documented and given to you. Try to develop a personal rapport with the individuals. And definitely, there are greater personalities who have been into it, and they can share more of their experience, how to build individual relationships. There was one person who used to give us just 5,000 rupees initially. We said that, okay, this is his nature. For 1 year, every month 5,000 rupees. Second year, he connected us to another friend of him whom he considers as one of the topmost examples in integrity. That fellow begins with a check of 20 lakhs. So it is not whether somebody is small or big. The due importance is given and getting connected. They help you to connect with other individuals. There was one Christian foundation who helped us with some 10 lakhs or so. And he in turn connected us with so many other organizations and agencies.
This brings up something that everyone can start planning to do as you down the road, is developing a communications to your networks about your CSR projects. And this means not just the corporates, but the donors and the members and the congregations, so that they can bring forth opportunities.
Yes. And small scale industries. Look for, because if you are looking in for projects which need 2 lakhs or 5 lakhs of support a month, don't go in for corporates, because they may say that I need a bigger project. But in and around, depending on your temple, look for small scale industries who may try and support you with 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs a month. Then most of the things are taken care automatically. Say for example, for hospice, we are trying out this strategy, is that to identify 12 corporates who can contribute 5 lakhs a month. So my expenses are covered. Currently about 300 patients we are serving in Mathura Vrindavan area, mostly home care, and whenever it is required, about 10-12 patients are getting admitted into the facility. And here In Mumbai, we do 400 camps. Each camp costs not less than 10,000 or 12,000 rupees. And when we start giving, automatically you start getting back. There was this particular, from here, another 15 kilometers, there is a place called Vikramgarh. And one day, with 3-4 appointments, he calls, this person walks into the hospital. Sir, I need to meet you. So myself and Madhavan Prabhu gave a time for about an hour or so. He had no pen, no pencil except his mobile, and a typical villager kind of person. He comes to us, discusses how to open a hospital, how to construct a hospital. We discussed with him, he wrote down everything, he stored everything in his mind, more like a Shrutidhar. And about 7-8 months later, he comes out with an MOU. Sir, the building is ready, it's about 3.5 CR, including the land and the building. Comes out with an MOU, 99-year lease at 1 rupee lease rental per year. And I asked him, how did you do the due diligence? Sir, for corporates, they have a different way of due diligence. All I did is, I went to your Amrapur center, I went to Bhaktivedanta Hospital, I went to the other centers that you are running. I sat with the other patients. I heard them about their, interaction with the hospital. I felt that this is the best example that I can give. So he handed over on 2nd October, he organized a camp. 3,000 Adivasi people came for treatment. And now also he is sending patients. We have now a full-fledged hospital over there, which is more like a kind of little above primary healthcare facility. On the way, when you are going out to the main road, you will find Amrapur Center. The villagers came to us. They said that, sir, we saw you having the camps here in this area. We want to do something with you because we don't have a primary healthcare facility. In and around about 15 villages, they don't have the healthcare facility. So what can we do? Sir, we will give you the land. So we invited Lions Club to construct the facility. Now we are running it. Almost about 12,000 patients a year we see. Today you go there, in the morning when I saw that, about 100 patients were there in the morning. So the situation is, it's a perfect example of public-private partnership. There is, the public are involved, and you have a funding agency and you are constructing it. So thank you very much. I have a lot of stories more to share, but time constraints are there. Thank you very much. Please give your blessings that we will continue this service in Prabhupada's mission.
Because, I think this has been very successful, and there are other ways to do what we're trying to do here, including webinars. Here we're all together physically, but we can do the same sort of presentations, seminars over the net. That makes it a lot easier. You're just sitting in front of your computer screen, and you're sitting in front of your camera, and you've got your PowerPoint, and we do webinars. So we're going to start following up on this to have more and more of these trainings, keeping on to support you through technology. And of course, you all also have access to question all of us in the CCC team with specific questions through email and directly. Thank you. Thank you very, very much, Raj Sundar Prabhu. Hare Krishna. You never told us what you were doing in Bangkok. You were presenting a paper on, what was it?
Healthcare.
Thinking beyond
healthcare.
And what was the subject of the
subject is that
of the conference?
The conference is on it's the international conference on spirituality and psychology.
Spirituality and psychology.
Yeah.
International conference on spirituality and psychology. This is where our movement can really make a difference.
And all of you can conduct such kind of seminars in your area. And that is also a wonderful way of fundraising.
So, you're going to introduce? Okay. Yeah, we're still on the topic of fundraising, and we're going to hear from one of the leaders in the field. He's going to give us a pep talk.
Okay, so On day one, as I had introduced His Grace Hanuman Das Prabhu, over 2 decades he has been serving Srila Prabhupada's mission via ISKCON east of Kailash, Delhi. So he is a go-getter and a smart nut. I'm sorry to use the word. So please listen very, very carefully. He never gives up. He doesn't understand giving up. So, I would invite Hanuman Das Prabhu to please share with us how he goes out and pushes them to give the money.
Hare Krishna.
You learn to wear a dhoti.
I think you are very sharp. No, actually you are Sony. Because Sony TV is better than Sharp TV. Hare Krishna. To all of you, kindly accept my humble obeisances. And I'm really grateful to all of you, especially His Grace Pancharatna Prabhuji, His Grace Radhapatinath Prabhuji, His Grace Vraj Sundar Prabhuji, all of you. I cannot take everybody's names. And especially one devotee who has been helping me a lot, I must share with you. He is born on, not all of us know, born on 15th May. He is kept in this place at least 200 Ekadashi fasting, and his name is Jadu Thakur Prabhu. I was just thinking, am I happy here? So certainly I'm happy here. Then I was thinking, why am I happy? And one thing that came to mind was, it's not because of the AC in the room, it's not because of the geyser in the toilet, it's not about the clean air, it's not about good prasadam, it's about the personal love, care of Jadu Prabhu, which is there also, of course, all of you also. And then I was just thinking I was saying right now, can it happen if next time I come with my parents or my family or somebody like you come with your wife, children, grandchildren, and who would like to come here with your parents or family for 2-3 days? I think almost everybody. So this is the, the personal touch, which is the key factor, which is, making me think, come again here. And I was thinking, he made me so much joyful, happy, what I can do for him. How can I increase happiness in his life, if I can? How can I increase his joy? That personal touch, what we call as a personal cultivation, is the...
Chris, he'll ask for money until it's
Get CSR first.
Absolutely, thank you. When I just came from Moscow in 1999 back to India, we had a very common saying in Russia, if you don't take a big risk, you don't drink champagne or vodka. So you higher the risk, the higher the profit. So I was thinking a step ahead, while sitting right today only. If tomorrow my parents come here and with his kind nature, Jadu Thakur Prabhu takes my parents, and at that point of time, you also have His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj here. He takes my parents there, gives them the opportunity to have his darshan, blessings. And by that, my father may leave onion garlic and make my life also easier. I'll be all the more grateful to him.
Actually at a cost.
Yeah. Of course.
Can you stop the sales pitch and come to the point?
Yeah, that's what I'm coming to. So, as all of you are aware, CSR, corporate social responsibility, I'll just share with you what we are doing in Delhi. So in Delhi, we have many corporations, of course less than in Mumbai. We were seeing the data, the biggest CSR collection for India comes from Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu. Delhi is way down. But for ISKCON, I think Delhi is the maximum. So in Delhi also, we have many things happening. And one of them is the personal touch. We get to meet the big people who have a lot of assets, money, contacts. So we approach them. And like if my parents were to get lucky to meet here, Maharaj in Govardhan Eco Village, GEV. So what we do is in Delhi for last about 20 years, whenever we meet big people who can help ISKCON, we try them invite to the temple, and they get a chance to meet His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. As you are aware, my godbrother, many of them say he is very expert in dealing with these so-called prominent rich people. So when they get affected by Maharaj's preaching, then they become more favorable. they want to help us. And what we do, we go and meet them regularly. I personally try to make with their family friendships, their children, their grandchildren, their wife, their other people, so that we have with them a nice relationship. I have with me two of my colleagues in Delhi. One is an MBA, one is a computer science IT graduate. So we have all the database, all their birthdays, their wife's birthday, children's birthday, their wedding anniversary, all the details. We send them a regular Mahaprasad on their birthdays, cakes, wish them, and then whenever we get a chance, we also have in Delhi a big steering committee. I'm sure all of us are aware of that. Steering committee, we invite prominent people, we give them presentation what ISKCON Delhi is doing, and we pitch them big money. What you can do, how you can contribute. And there was something, give me a minute. Well, I could not make a presentation on the computer.